Hello everyone and welcome back to another video and the second part of the Windenburg Manor speed build series. So I didn't actually do a voiceover on the last one, and that's purely because I have had no time to do anything. I have had an absolute hell week of tests, and so last week when I did the first part of this I was revising a lot for them, so I couldn't do voiceover unfortunately. So I am just going to give you the whole backstory right now and kind of explain what this build is, why I'm doing it now, and everything like that. So this build was actually started this time last year. I built the whole of the outside last year, and I was intending on doing it for my daily videos last year. However, I ended up not being able to do that. I've just checked and I only did 14 of the 31 videos last year. I checked the other day and it was about 14 days I think I did, and then I got quite ill and I recovered from that illness. I don't really know what it was, but I recovered and just never started again, and then didn't return till February. And by that point it was far too late to start this, because I always wanted to do this in December. I knew that I wanted to do it in December because it was like all snowy outside. It's like this really nice manor. So that is what happened. That is how it's played out. And I always knew that I did want to finish it, so I'm doing it now. But this house is inspired by one that has been off the market now for ages and ages. But when I started this, it was on the market, and when I went to start actually building it, because I found it on a real estate or estate agent site, and they hadn't been bought at that point, but then by the time that I started to build it, it had been sold. So some new owner has this house, and I think it was like somewhere in the region of £1 or £2 million. So it's not cheap. And the whole reason I wanted to do this was because I was so obsessed at this point with Downton Abbey. And I still love Downton Abbey. I need to watch the film again because I've not watched it in ages and I just want to watch it again. But I was really obsessed with watching Downton Abbey at the time. I had just watched one of the old Christmas specials, because obviously it's finished now. If you've not watched Downton Abbey, please do watch it if you like historical dramas, period dramas. This was set in like the early 1910s to the late 1920s. And then they brought out a film, which was amazing. So yeah, go and watch that. But I'm getting sidetracked. So this build was inspired a little bit by that, and I always had that in the back of my mind when I was building it, especially in the first part, because the library is very much inspired by the Downton Abbey library, the Highclere Castle library, and it had a small library and then it opened up into a big library, and we don't have the room for that in this house, like, at all. So I had one library, condensed everything that I wanted to do in my head into one, and then I did it. So there's like a desk, and there's a lot of books. There's this little area that you can sit at, this little living area, very much like what they had in the show. So that is what I did for that. And then I also had a ballroom and then a little room off to the side, which is inspired by that drama that I'm doing right now in drama. It's called Hay Fever, if anybody's ever seen that or heard of that. I don't know who it's by, I don't remember. I think it's Noel something or another, and it's Hay Fever. I'm playing the character of David. And so we are doing that for our exam, so that is pretty mental. But I have heard that all exams have now been cancelled. Like, I didn't realise this, but I don't know why I wasn't told this until today, but I'm 90% sure all exams in Scotland have now been cancelled, which is pretty mental. Have all exams... I'm looking this up. Have all exams been cancelled, Scotland? Sorry, I need to just do it in my head. Oh, Scotland cancels 2021 exams due to impact of pandemic. Higher exams to be cancelled. Okay, I didn't realise that. I don't know why nobody told me that, but I guess I'm doing no exams this year, which is amazing. Very, very good. None at all. Yeah, very happy about that one. I don't really like exams. I don't really believe in them. That's a bad thing to say. I believe in exams-ish to an extent, but I don't believe that they are the best way of reflecting how pupils work. I believe that purely evidence-based, which is what it's going to be this year, should be how it's done all the time anyway. You should be gathering evidence the whole year. You should be doing little tests here and there, and that would show progression, not just an end result. So I really, really do think that exams are definitely not the best for a lot of kids. I know that they are good for others, but for me personally, I think I'm going to struggle in some. I actually did well because I've done 2 tests today, which is the same day as this is being uploaded, because I'm just not very good. This was actually filmed like a week ago. I think it was filmed on Saturday, but I'm only just doing the voiceover now because obviously I am. But I have had 2 exams today. Not exams, tests, assessments. I had one in media, so I kind of just completely missed out one question because I did not know what I was saying in the slightest. But I had one for media, and then I had one in English as well, which is our termly evidence gathering thing that apparently they do every year, but I don't believe them. I think they're just doing it this year. I don't know. It's kind of just to track our progress, though, to kind of see how we're getting on, and it's obviously going to be used for evidence bits or our prelims and our not final exams. But that is what has happened to me today. The media test wasn't as bad as I thought it was, and the English one wasn't as bad either. We got to do, in media, we answered basically a paper, except we didn't do the film poster part. If you are living in Scotland and know what I'm on about, then for National 5 media, which is what I'm doing, you have to answer questions and then do a film poster. So we did a film poster not too long ago, so we didn't do that. So we just did the questions, and there's 5 questions, and they're all ranged to like between 6 and 12 marks. So it was a lot of writing. I think I used about 5 double-sided sheets of paper in the end, because I write novels all the time for my answers, but I always think it's better to do too much rather than not enough. I also really, really love this room. Sorry, I'm just going to go back and speak about the build for a minute. I loved this room completely. Why is that? Oh my god, I've got to go. Jesus Christ, I didn't realise that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But, okay, I've got to go. I love that room. But I'll have to tell you the rest of the stories another day. Thank you all very much for watching this video. If you did like it, please leave a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more of my content, not only on Sims 4, but also some other games too. I'll see you tomorrow with a hospital renovation video. Go down into the description, check out all my links. Please, I would really appreciate it, but I really do have to go. So, okay, bye guys.